Yeah, so we had Square buying Bitcoin. We had John McAfee getting arrested in Spain. I mean, because we had John McAfee on the show, on the 100X show last year, right? So crazy times. Then also one of the BitMEX founders, the CTO, he posted bond, I think for $5 million. I mean, lots of crazy things happening in crypto as usual, right? But I think let's begin with the market update. So what's your view right now in terms of Bitcoin? How would you play things?
Okay, so when I first started into markets, the first head trader I ever worked for, what is now UBS, he used to talk about at certain points you'd have what they call a fundamental shift, right? And well, what does that mean? Well, Mike Novogratz says a movement isn't started when the first person does something. A movement starts when the second person does something. And in this case, that's put Bitcoin on a corporate balance sheet. So first, MicroStrategy did it, okay? And then as we know, Square did it. So putting Bitcoin on a corporate balance sheet is now a movement, and others are going to follow. Now, one reasoning behind that could be, again, remember, Bitcoin is considered a commodity by the CFTC, so it's not like holding cash. So in case Uncle Sam decides to take some of your cash balance or there's a problem with the currency, it's now invested in Bitcoin. All right. So Bitcoin currently is at resistance near 11,300, as you can see on the chart right over here. And it's just sort of hanging out here the way it did over here at the same level right before it dropped. So my guess is you're going to have continued upside, but as you remember from the altcoin bull market, when you get these sort of pauses in Bitcoin, that's when altcoins can really take off. Okay. Now, Ethereum is a similar picture. And now I think Ethereum is going to be kind of a much slower moving player. Ethereum around 375 is sort of a congestion zone. So the way I would play this is if Ethereum goes above 375 and then comes back and retests it, then it's probably got some pretty decent upside. All right. So I don't know if you want to cover it right now, but the next question is, how do you play the market from here on out? So let's begin with some just basics. We saw this coming. I discussed it was like the crash of 87. And it was kind of like trying to guard Michael Jordan, this market, right? You know he's going to take the ball. You know he's going to shoot a certain jump shot, and you just can't stop it, right? So I knew it was going to go down. I knew everyone was going to be hopeless at the bottom. That's exactly what happened. I might have gotten caught in that. But at the end of the day, as I said, when 87 was finally over, when people were like, oh my God, you know, the despair was incredible, lo and behold, the market started to move up. Not mooned, but it started to move up. And I think that's what we're seeing. Okay. We went from euphoria to despair in a month. What's changed? Other than everyone's P&L and nerves. Okay. So when your nerves are shot a little bit, maybe, you turn to artificial intelligence. So this is the Token Metrics Trader Monthly Weighted Allocation. Okay. And let's just verbally give you an idea what's on here. There's Bitcoin, Ethereum, privacy coins like Monero, Zcash, and Dash, Bancor, and Compound. All right. And I think within this and other portfolios I'm going to show you are the keys to what the market leaders are going to be going forward and what is still yet to kind of go up and possibly moon. All right. So Monero, I've been talking about this, like this, got this right. Monero has been in this downward sloping wedge formation. Now, what does that mean? Well, it means that Monero's sort of like been a basketball underwater. And when you let go of it, it pops above the water and actually all the way out of it. So it's not a freight train. It's not moving, but it's moving towards 150. Okay. And when these privacy coins are doing well, the way I interpret it is that our AI is on point. Okay. And when our AI is on point, it has implications for other altcoins. Okay. Now, if you want to watch for like, okay, now what do I do? Like, what's the signal in the privacy coins I should look at? Let's think about Zcash at $76. Okay. Right over here, there's, kind of a point where if Zcash takes out 76, it could really go up. And if you saw that, that might be a signal to not only get into Zcash, but into other coins. Like that might be when Bitcoin, Ethereum, and other alts take off. All right. Now, also in our portfolio is Compound. Okay. So this brings up, what are the next leaders in DeFi? Where is the place where value investors can get active? The price action in the DeFi coin REN is telling you that we're living in value investor paradise, right? If you get these things when they're depressed and they start going up, they can really, really go up. So I'm noticing Compound just like slowly breaking out here. Okay. Above this point at 114. It's real subtle. Okay. But when Compound moves, it really moves. So I think 200 is possible. Now, equally interesting is Bancor. Okay. Let me see if I can get you some better zoom on the fly here. Okay. Bancor. Now, this shows up in our portfolio and it's at a critical inflection point. One is horizontal from gain work. The other one is, the other one is horizontal from regular work and diagonal from gain work. Now, in the prior bull market and in equities when QE started a long time ago, I had this theory that was kind of like called buy resistance. You would buy something when it was close to resistance because if it broke through, it would move. Okay. And I suspect Bancor may be doing something similar. Okay. May not be the greatest coin in the world, but our AI, the way when it picks coins, right, it'll pick them and you may have to sit with it for a while. Okay. But then all of a sudden, boom, it's up. You just wake up one day and it's there. Okay. So speaking of our indexes, let's go to another one. Okay. I believe this is one of our trading indexes. And I'm noticing coins like Kava in the bottom right, that's doing really well. All right. Band Protocol shows up in here. All right. Now, Band Protocol. So this is like a different kind of coin, I believe this is an Oracle, right? Like Chainlink. Mm-hmm. And I call these like the tech stocks of crypto, right? And this thing was given up for dead. I mean, at 16, everyone loved it. And at 6, it had the plague. Saying all these coins were like that, right?
Welcome to crypto.
What's changed? Okay. So what's starting to happen here is that I'm noticing Band Protocol right over here by this arrow. Mm-hmm. It's starting to pop above this GAN line at 7, and the next target could be 13. Okay. So there's a lot of value plays out there in the market. Okay. Now, one of the things that we're also looking is at basic attention token. Okay. Mm-hmm. And Chainlink. Okay. This is our trader monthly price prediction. So price predictions is a really cool thing where basically a computer reads a chart and based on its history tells you where it's going. Right. And this is an index where the AI works to find the best coins. Okay. Ian used to work for IBM Watson. He can give you more details, but from an investor point of view, I just want to know what the smart computer has to say. And then I check the charts. So when I'm looking at basic attention token, right,
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'm seeing something very similar to what we saw earlier, right? It's sort of hanging out right on a big fib number, okay, near 22 cents. That also happens to be on one of my colorful Gann lines, okay? Now, you know, at 40 cents, everyone loved it. At 20 cents, no one wanted it, okay? This has not done anything yet, all right? So this may be something that's got potential to move. Okay, now, maybe turning our attention to Chainlink, okay? Now, one of the things you can see with Chainlink is it came to support, right? So this is the same type of lines that I've been drawing before, except Chainlink came down and hit the line and then bounced back up. You know, as you can see over here, I don't know if you can follow my mouse, but there was that rather rude plunge below all the support, stopping everyone out. Most likely that's the point where Team Chainlink and all the hedge funds were down there buying everything, okay? This looks like something that was artificially depressed by short selling and hedging, okay, for whatever reason. And the fact that buyers are slowly coming back in, okay, this is very important about Chainlink, right? If Chainlink, you know, went up, like if REN goes up 25% in one day, that's one thing. But if Chainlink slowly moves 5% at a time, right, I think that's bullish. I don't want to see it go up all in one day. I know crypto people love that, but when you're starting a mega bull market, that's right, folks. Because here's the conclusion. This could be the start of a mega bull market, right? Because just like 87, right? It was up for 5 years, 87 crash, total despair. And you can't even find the 87 crash on a stock chart, on a long-term stock chart anymore. That's how much it went up. Okay. So I'm thinking that that is now going to be the case in crypto. And, you know, I know people lost money. Their portfolios were down. You can still do tax loss selling. But the most important thing is to get your head clear so that, you know, again, Polkadot at 7, it was great. At 3.5, no one wanted it.
Yeah.
Long-term opportunity is here.
All right. Well, great analysis, Bill. Thank you so much. If anybody has any questions or comments, please post them down below.